I took 12 of the best team builder teams in college football 25 and put them in the new college football playoff bracket. And today we're going to see which of these custom teams can win a national championship. We have each of these teams seeded in order of their teams overall. The Auxiliary Tech Bumblebees get the number 1 seed at an 88 overall, while the Trenton State Titans come in at a 71 overall, making them the 12th seed. These 7 teams all shared an 84 overall, so I randomized to get their order. By doing that, Round Rock, Reno, and Nashville got the remaining 3 first round byes. So this is what our bracket looks like. Make your picks and cross your fingers because the college football team builder playoff starts right now. The first matchup we got is the 12-seeded Trenton State Titans facing off the 5-seeded South Gautier Tigers. Let's get into it. The Titans start with the ball here in the first quarter and they end up fumbling. So the Tigers take over with the ball but nothing comes out of it. So we end with the first quarter scoreless. The Tigers strike first in the second quarter with a touchdown, and the Titans fail to respond, so the Tigers strengthen their lead with another touchdown. So that brings us to a 14-0 Tiger lead at the half. Nothing changed about the score in the third quarter, but the Tigers add to the lead with the field goal in the fourth, and the Titans will not show any fight, so they are shut out as the Tigers beat them 17-0. So the Titans are the first team eliminated from the Team Builder tournament, and the Tigers will advance to the quarterfinals round where they will take on the 4-seeded Nashville Knights. But for now we stay in the first round where the Blue Mountain State Mountain Goats will take on the Wyoming State Kodiaks. The Kodiaks will score a touchdown in their opening drive, and the Mountain Goats will quickly do the same. The Goats start off the second quarter with the field goal, and the Kodiaks will march right down the field and tie the game up. 3 and out for Blue Mountain State, so the Kodiaks get the ball back and take the lead with a touchdown. The Mountain Goats will chip in a field goal just before the half, so we have a 17-13 Kodiak lead. Blue Mountain State will put up 2 field goals in the third quarter to take the lead back, but the Kodiaks take it right back at the beginning of the fourth with a field goal. 1-point game here in the fourth, but the Kodiaks get the ball right back and score with ease. The Mountain Goats now down by 8 with an opportunity here, but they can't get anything moving, so a lousy punt gives the Kodiaks easy field position to score. The Mountain Goats bring it back to a 1-score game here with a touchdown, but despite both teams scoring touchdowns late, all the Kodiaks had to do was run the clock out to win the game. So our beloved Mountain Goats have been eliminated, while the Kodiaks advance to face the Bumblebees in the next round. Next matchup, we got the FCS powerhouse North Dakota State taking on the DeSoto Eagles. North Dakota being a 72 overall, one of the lowest in the entire tournament, so you might be kind of surprised to see them leading at the halfway point. We have a completely unproductive third quarter with neither teams making an impact. That brings us to the fourth quarter with a 17-14 Bison lead. Bison start off the fourth quarter by punching in a touchdown, giving them a 10-point advantage. So we hop in with the Eagles on the Bison 25-yard line, looking to stay in this ballgame. These colors make it kind of confusing, but the Eagles have the ball as the QB steps back with the ball looking left, fires to the end zone, and it's caught! Toe tap, touchdown! The Eagles tie up the game with that touchdown and extra point, but they aren't in the clear yet because all the Bison have to do is get into field goal range to win this thing. Bison ball in their own 24 as they dump it off up the middle to the tight end on a slant, and he's got the first down. They still need a good amount of yards to make it into field goal range. The QB takes the snap and he lasers it to the sidelines as it's caught, and he gets a couple more yards as he's pushed out of bounds, but they are in field goal range. Still lots of time on the clock, so they need to drain some of this time before they commit to scoring. And that's what they do with a run up the middle. Barely any gain, but they burn 30 seconds off the clock. Same formula on this play, another simple run up the middle, burning off more of the clock. They're going to try and run one more play to completely waste that clock, and that's what they do. 3 seconds left as they bring out the field goal unit for the upset. It's up, and it is good. North Dakota State just pulled off a generational upset as this 72 overall just wanted the buzzer. That will advance them to the next round of the Team Builder playoffs where they would take on the 3-seeded Reno Renegades. But unfortunately for the Eagles, they have been eliminated from the tournament for good. Last game in the first round, we got the Cascade Valley Coyotes traveling to Charlotte to take on the Stars. 10 seed versus 7 seed. Let's see who is taking the final spot in the quarterfinals. Another scoreless first quarter, but the Stars wake up in the second quarter where they outscore the Coyotes 17-7. The Stars keep trucking with another touchdown in the third quarter, but unfortunately for the Coyotes, they will be outmatched today. Final score of 27-14. The Coyotes have been eliminated, and the Charlotte Stars move on to face the 2-seed Round Rock Wranglers in the next round. So this is what our bracket looks like after the first round. Is your team still in? Let me know in the comments. We kick off the quarterfinal rounds with the South Gautier Tigers taking on the 4-seeded Nashville Knights. Both teams are an 84 overall, so no real underdog in this matchup. But the Tigers strike first with the field goal, and that's the only action in the first quarter. Nashville will tie it up after. Both teams will start to score more in the second quarter, and we end with the first half with the Tigers leading 20-10. The Knights march right down the field for a touchdown in the third quarter, and we end the third with a score of 20-17. The Knights then tie it up early in the fourth quarter and then take the lead with the field goal. We hop in with the Tigers on the 17-yard line looking to take the lead. They run it to the left here on 3rd and 7. He fumbles the ball, but they recover it, so they'll be forced to kick a field goal to tie the game. The Knights have a chance here with 15 seconds as they move the ball to midfield. 3 seconds left. They have time for one more shot to the end zone. QB takes the snap in the shotgun. He drops back and he airs it out to the end zone, and he way overthrew that. So we have overtime here in Nashville. We hop in with the Tigers knocking on the door of the end zone. They try inside zone to the left and he picks up about 4 on the carry. 2nd and 6, they send a man in motion, but it's a fake and they hand it back to the running back who doesn't get anywhere. 3rd and 5, QB takes the snap. He's got blitzers and he's not going to escape. Sacked for an 11-yard loss, so they are forced to kick the field goal here. And Nashville can win this thing with a touchdown. They haven't moved the ball very well, so they decided to run on 3rd and 10, which is basically them surrendering and taking the tie, which they do now with a field goal as we go to double overtime. The Knights start with the ball here as they run it up the middle for almost a first down. 3rd and inches, they try it again. This time he has a lane and he bursts his way to the end zone. The Knights will fail the 2-point conversion, so the Tigers still have an opportunity here. 2nd and 21, he's looking downfield, he sees something left, and he throws it, good coverage, and the ball is knocked away. 3rd and 21, the Tigers running out of chances here. They need to find the end zone. So as he takes the snap again, he starts to roll right through his line, defenders following, and he will get tackled from behind. Last chance for the Tigers here, 40 yards for the end zone, 25 for the first. Looks like he'll take a shot to the end zone, it'll be knocked into the air, and he won't come down with it. So the Nashville Knights prove the randomizer right as they eliminate the South Gautier Tigers and advance to the semifinals. Next up, we got the Kodiaks taking on the 1-seeded Auxiliary Tech Bumblebees. Let's see if the Bumblebees deserve to be at the 1 seed. Well, they put up 40 on the Kodiaks, so it's safe to say they deserve to be here. So the Bumblebees will take on the Nashville Knights in the semifinals, and unfortunately the Kodiaks have been completely eliminated from the tournament. So that brings us back to our underdog story that is brewing in this video, where the North Dakota State Bison will take on the 3-seed Reno Renegades in our next quarterfinal matchup. Not a great start for the Bison as the Renegades take an early lead, but halfway through the second quarter they start to move the ball, which results in a 10-point second quarter, but the Renegades were able to add another touchdown, bringing us a 21-10 halftime score. We have a scoreless third quarter, but the Bison are able to start the fourth by putting up 6 points. The Bisons add to that with a field goal. Now we got a 2-point game. Reno has the ball, but they can't move the ball. They punt it to the Bison, who now have an opportunity to pull off another upset. First down, ball on Reno's 47-yard line. 1 minute to go. They fire it to the slant route. It's caught and dragged down for a 7-yard gain. That brings us to 3rd and 3. Bison's got 40 seconds to get into field goal range, but they don't want the field goal. They want a touchdown. Explosive offense from the Bison here as they take the lead with 30 seconds left. That forces Reno to have to get into the end zone to win this thing. They have 34 seconds to go 86 yards. They started off with a pass up the middle that is deflected by the Bison. 3rd and 7 now. Reno have made a little more progress as QB takes the snap. He's got time, no one open, and he gets pummeled behind the line. Reno uses a timeout here, but it's 4th and 14, so they need at least that on this play. He throws as he's hit a knuckleball that's caught. Big gain to the 37-yard line. Only 12 seconds left, and Reno has no timeouts left as he snaps the ball, weaves through traffic, but he's caught from behind, and that will do it. Another insane upset by the Bison as they knock out the 3-seeded Reno Renegades and they advance to the semifinals. Last game in the semifinal round brings us the Charlotte Stars facing off the Round Rock Wranglers. We will end the first quarter with a 7-0 Wranglers lead, but we start the second with 2 field goals. and the Stars ended with the touchdown, making it 17-13 at the end of the first half. We round out the score at 20 in the third quarter before the Stars put up a field goal, and the Wranglers score a touchdown that brings us to 4th and goal for the Stars. A touchdown will win it, but anything else will send them home. So the quarterback takes the snap, he throws it right, under pressure, it's caught and makes a man miss, but he's wrapped up and tackled, and that play will eliminate the Stars, but the Wranglers will advance to the semifinals where they take on the Bison. This is what our bracket looks like after the quarterfinal rounds. Just the Knights, Bumblebees, Bison, and Wranglers remain in our Team Builder tournament. Kicking off the semifinals, we have the 4-seeded Nashville Knights facing off against the 1-seed favorite to win it all, Auxiliary Tech Bumblebees. Two high-powered offenses go at it, but we have an underwhelming first quarter. Knights lead it 3-0. We start to kick it off into gear here in the second quarter as the Bumblebees march right down the field and put up 7. The Knights respond with 7 of their own, so the Bumblebees and Knights trade off touchdowns again and again. Here's the shootout. It's 24-21 at the half. Each team puts up 3 touchdowns in the second quarter, but not as explosive in the third, with the Bumblebees claiming 28-24. The Knights take it right back here in the beginning of the fourth. Knights get the ball back without damage. 1st and goal. They score again, going up by 10. We're past the 2-minute warning now. Bumblebees have the ball. Big pass play puts them right back in it, 38-35. But the Knights have a chance to run down the clock. They can't drain all of it, so we hop in with the Bumblebees on the 43. 30 seconds left, but it's 3rd and 16, so they need at least 16 out of bounds. But he's got a guy behind him. He takes a huge hit. Disaster for the Bumblebees. 4th and 25, 6 seconds left. This is their last chance. They need a deep shot to the end zone. Let's see if he has the arm. He throws it up the middle. Does it have the distance? No, it doesn't, as it's picked off by the Knights. So the Nashville Knights advance to the national championship game. Who will join them in the Natty? The North Dakota State Bison or the Round Rock Wranglers? The Bison have been on a Cinderella run. Will it continue? It's not looking great as they go down 14-0, but we have seen the Bison pull off some crazy plays in this video. But as the clock ticks down, the Wranglers just keep scoring and scoring, and the Bison are not responding, so I think the stage is set. Final score 49-3. The Wranglers advance to the national championship where they'll take on the Nashville Knights. Unfortunately, the Bison have been eliminated from the tournament, and this is what our final bracket looks like. And after this game, one of these teams will be crowned national champion for our Team Builder tournament. Both teams have been very solid thus far. The Knights took down the number 1 seed to make it here, and the Wranglers handled a red-hot North Dakota team with ease. Explosive offenses on both sides of the ball, and we see that right out of the gate with the Nashville Knights scoring on their opening drive. They decide to double it before the end of the first quarter. Wranglers need something here. The game can get out of hand very quickly, but they reel it back in with a touchdown. The Knights put up a field goal and another late touchdown in the second to stretch the lead. But the Wranglers aren't done yet as they put up 2 unanswered touchdowns before the Knights strike, making it a 31-21 halftime score. I hope you bet the over because the Wranglers will start the third with a touchdown, and they'll get the ball back and score again, taking the lead for the first time in this game. But the Knights take it back 38-35. Fourth quarter now, the Knights stretch the lead with 2 back-to-back touchdowns as we hop into the score of 52-35. There's not much the Wranglers can do besides make it a little less embarrassing at this point, but that won't work out for them as the QB is sacked. Last chance for Round Rock as they throw a desperation heave that is batted right down into the arm of the defender for an interception, so the Knights will take victory formation as they win the national championship 52-35. So congrats to the Nashville Knights, and let me know if you picked them to win in the comment section. And while you're down there, let me know what tournament you guys want to see next. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss another upload. And YouTube thinks you'll really like this video, so be sure to check it out.